Very good morning to you. Welcome to my thought for the day. I was thinking yesterday a bit about John 15, where Jesus likens himself to, or he says another I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine dresser. Every branch of mine that bears no fruit he takes away, and every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. It's got several things in it. Yesterday I was thinking about how we are part of, and the life of God flows through us, like the sap flows through the vine, that without the root system, without the vine itself, the branch is useless, can produce nothing. But even when it is connected to the vine, there is a pruning that goes on. Anyone who's any good at gardening knows that to get the best out of a fruit-bearing plant, there are times when pruning must happen, and it has to be done in the right time and in the right way. And God, of course, is the skillful vine dresser. He is the one who knows exactly what we need for our development, our spiritual development, and for us to be made more fruitful. He knows exactly what to do with us, and how to handle us, and how to prune us. And the last thing we want to be is a branch that is cut off and got rid of because it bears no fruit. Every branch of mine that bears no fruit, he takes away. That's scary. We won't stay there, but every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. Now, you can relate this passage of Scripture to two other passages. One is that lovely passage in Galatians 5, because some people say that the fruit that we bear is people brought to Jesus. And that is one interpretation of it. But to me, it links with Galatians 5:22, where it says the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace. And if you read the whole of chapter 15 of John, Jesus goes immediately after he's talked about the vine and the branches to say, this is my commandment, that you love one another. The fruit that the branches of the vine bear has qualities, and those qualities are love, joy, peace, and so on, through those words used to describe the fruit of the Spirit in Galatians 5:22. Change happens as we're pruned, as we live our life with the life of God flowing through us. Change happens to our character and to who we are and to how we behave and what we say to each other or how we treat each other, how we behave to other people outside of the kingdom. Everything about us changes as we are pruned to bear more fruit, be more fruitful. But it links up in my mind to the passage in Hebrews 12, 3 to 11. If you get the chance to read that today, do read it. That's where the writer to the Hebrews talks about the fact that all those who have become children of God or sons of God have to be disciplined, just like a son is disciplined and taught how to live in his father's house and how to behave. He's disciplined for his own good. And if God didn't discipline us, we wouldn't be proper children. We would be illegitimate children. We wouldn't be properly being treated as children. That all children, all sons, all children need discipline. They need a framework. We need a spiritual framework. And in verse 10 of Hebrews 12 it says, our fathers, that's fathers, disciplined us for a short time at their pleasure, but God disciplines us for our good, that we may share his holiness. This is very important. God is changing us. We are going to live for eternity with God. And it's much better if we learn how to do that while we're here than if we have to learn how to do that when we're there. This is the preparatory place for eternity. And God needs to shape our character, needs to shape our thinking, needs to change us from one degree of glory to another. And it's painful, it's difficult. Sometimes we think, why? Why has God let these things happen in my life? It is to shape you. It is to develop you. God's love for you is so great that he doesn't want you to live through eternity with bad habits and bad ways and bad thoughts and bad behavior. He wants to change you into the image of Jesus, so that when you see him, you won't feel out of place, that you'll be able to share his glory. There's a sense in which it's already done, because Jesus has given us his robe of righteousness. He has exchanged our sin for his righteousness. And God doesn't see us as sinful, but he does want us to bear fruit. He does want us to be good branches of the vine that is Jesus. And in order to do that, we have to abide in him. And when difficult things happen, instead of turning away and shunning our relationship with God, we need to embrace it. We need to embrace our relationship with God and welcome him into whatever situation has arisen, and keep him at the center of our lives, whether we're sailing along a calm, beautiful, sunlit lake, or whether we're in the midst of a storm. Keep Jesus in your boat. Don't turn your back on him. Keep turning to him for advice and guidance. He is the vine. You are the branches. We are the branches. That's enough for today. Have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.